everybody this morning? Hey, good. Let's see, I have a few announcements first. Thank you, Roy Martin Bradford. You're welcome. I love that Infinite Invisible song. Original song, Infinite Invisible, I Am. Love it. So thank you, Roy, for bringing that. Let's see. This Wednesday evening is the fourth Wednesday. We will have spiritual practices. And for this year of 2024, I am going to be concentrating a lot on breathing. Some people call it breath work, but it's really not work to breathe. It's just that you learn that we really don't breathe effectively or efficiently very often. And so I'm going to base a lot of the breathing techniques and some of the information that I will be sharing with you out of a book called Conscious Breathing by Gay Hendricks. It's an awesome book. I love it. And so we're going to be practicing or getting together and breathing, and it'll change your life. I know you might not think that. It'll change your life. So that's coming up this Wednesday, along with some of the other things. We'll continue to do the Tai Chi warm-up and probably some guided meditations as well. Also coming up this month, there's 5 Wednesdays, so put a plug out ahead of time. That 5th Wednesday, Roy and I will be doing Motion of Devotion, which is a really fun call and response, kind of like spiritual mind treatment in a group call and response singing way. So you're invited to that at 7 p.m. on the 5th Sunday. Women, put your ears on. Guess what's coming? Red Tent. Yeah, so Red Tent will be coming on February 16th. That's a Friday night. We will have it open from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can see Tamara or I if you would like to help set it up or take it down. If you'd like to be helpful in any way, we can always use help. That would be great. And all women of all ages are welcome to the Red Tent. So put that on your calendar. Spread the word that we have a youth church volunteer, Amelie Schaff, now, so if people would like to bring their children, we have somebody down there on Sunday mornings waiting for them. Thank you, Amelie. Yeah, we can clap for those. Awesome. So also, I announced last week, coming up on Saturday, February 3rd, is a workshop. I have this here, and there's handouts over there. I bet I want to get it right. Manifesting Your Best Year Yet, 2024 Vision Board Workshop with licensed practitioner Shelley Sheets. I don't think she's here today. She is a practitioner at Grand Junction, and she asked to come and do a workshop here, and of course I said, of course. We would love to do that. So all of the information is on the handout. If there's not enough of them, please let me know. I'll make more copies. It has her phone number. There's a suggested love offering of $35. It's kind of an all-day thing, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., so it should be really intense and fun, making a vision board. I'm very excited to make a 2024 vision board. So you'll get a hold of her directly. Her phone number's on the paper. And coming up every third Sunday except today, okay, from now on, every third Sunday after potluck, we have our own Yolanda. I think I saw her come in. Stand up, Yolanda. She will be giving our afternoon workshop after potlucks on that third Sunday. And her flyer is also over here if you'd like to know. Every single workshop will include all of these things. A new year, new beginnings. Topics like radical acceptance, self-compassion, practical applications for daily life. Discover how by using reconnective healing, brain integration, cranial sacral. So she has a lot of years of these kinds of things under her belt, and I'm just very grateful that she's come forward and offered to facilitate these workshops on the third Sunday. So pick up a flyer if you'd like to know how. Otherwise, you can just show up. And there will be these, she's doing these on a love offering basis as well. They'll last an hour and a half after potluck on the third Sunday, except today. We're starting in February. Okay, questions you can ask Yolanda. She's here today. Oh, that's a lot of talking, and I think that we're ready just to share our purpose statement together here. So we've changed over from our vision statement to our purpose statement, 2 slides. So just breathe with me, take our time, and let's state this together. Here we go. As an intentional spiritual community, the purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
And in this quiet place, I am aware that there is only one life, one presence, and one power. It is the unchanging truth of reality. It is the divine presence that is always present, always available. And it is the totality of all that is. And I enter into this awareness, knowing that this one divine life is the essence of my being, the essence of all beings, the source of all that is. And affirming that this divine presence is the center of my being and the center of everyone's being. In this moment, I know and declare that we are each joyously alive in the divine. And we let this recognition flow through our entire consciousness. We let it reach down into the very depths of our being, rejoicing in this realization that this perfect life of God is my life, that I am connected, and I am a part of all that God is. And we are free because the spirit of life in us is perfect. We release all thoughts, habits, behaviors that no longer serve us, that do not reflect the magnificence of our being. We let go and open and accept this awareness of who we truly are, this awareness of the divine presence that is our life expressing. And I affirm that we are confident that this life is for us, that our needs are met, that we live in continuous goodness of this life. Our affairs and our situations reflect this recognition and this use of the magnificence of our being. And I know that this essence of life is active in each prayer request and the desires that are active in our heart, that the healing presence of Spirit is in the midst of each request, bringing forth the goodness of life, guiding, directing, in wisdom, in comfort, in peace, in health, in abundance, for each request, bringing each request into a greater expression of the goodness of life. And I bless this service, and I bless the volunteers and staff, knowing that each one brings forth an expression of love in action. And I know that each and every one here, being a divine expression, shines their life, illuminating and uplifting each of us. So it's in great gratitude for this great day, for this awareness of the goodness, of the magnificence of our being. And I just release this word into the law in joy, in confidence, in trust, knowing it is already so. It is manifesting at this moment in the divine expression of a fabulous life as we join together and declare, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. close, here I go. Deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go. Closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go. Deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go. Closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning. If there's anything that seems to be on your mind that you would like to have lightened up a little bit, please leave any of your concerns, your distress in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative prayer on your behalf this week. From Raymond Charles Barker. We are a becoming people. We are a growth people. We are an expanding people. And from Ernest Holmes, within myself is that which is perfect, that which is complete, that which is divine, that which was never born and cannot die, that which lives, which is God, the eternal reality.
Excellent. Thank you, thank you. All right. So our January theme is actually the same theme of the whole year, and that is living fearlessly. So in this January, I'm basing our messages on this book called Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani. How many have read this book? Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. So it's been around for a long time, and I just recently read it. I just recently became attracted to it and read it, and it is good. It's a fabulous book. So I'd like to just talk about a few things out of it. Today, the message is a constant state or a consistent state of self-love. How about that? So I'm going to start by reading a little bit of passage out of her book, Dying to Be Me. And this, so she has so-called died, and she's in a coma right now while I'm reading this. She's in the hospital, and her body has shut down. Okay, so she's like seeing her body with its eyes closed, okay? Body has its eyes closed. She's seeing the body, and she is thinking these things that I'm going to read. She's in this other realm thinking to herself the things that I'm going to read to you, okay? So this is kind of sets that up. She says, it seems as though our five senses limit us to focus only on one point in time at any given moment. And we string these together to create an illusion of linear reality. Our physicality also limits our perception of the space around us, confining us to only what our eyes and ears can see and hear, or to what we can touch, smell, or taste. However, without the limitations of my body, I took in all points of time and space as they pertain to me all at once. My heightened awareness in that expanded realm was indescribable. Despite my best efforts to explain it, the clarity was amazing. The universe makes sense, I realized. I finally understand. I know why I have cancer. I was too caught up in the wonder of that moment to dwell on the cause, although I'd soon examine it more closely. I also seemed to comprehend why I'd come into this life in the first place. I knew my true purpose. Why do I suddenly understand all this? I wanted to know. What's giving me this information? Is it God, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus? And then I was overwhelmed by the realization that God isn't a being, but a state of being. And I was now that state of being. In that state of clarity, I also realized that I'm not who I'd always thought I was. Here I am without a body, race, culture, religion, or beliefs, yet I continue to exist. Then what am I? Who am I? I certainly don't feel reduced or smaller in any way. On the contrary, I haven't ever been this huge, this powerful, or this all-encompassing. Wow, I've never, ever felt this way. There I was without my body or any of my physical traits, yet my pure essence continued to exist. And it was not a reduced element of my whole self. In fact, it felt far greater and more intense and more expansive than my physical being. Magnificent, in fact. I felt eternal, as if I'd always existed and always would, without beginning or end. I was filled with the knowledge that I was simply magnificent. How have I never noticed this about myself before, I wondered. As I looked at the great tapestry that was the accumulation of my life up to that point, I was able to identify exactly what had brought me to where I was today. Just look at my life path. Why, oh why, have I always been so harsh with myself? Why was I always beating myself up? Why was I always forsaking myself? Why did I never stand up for myself and show the world the beauty of my own soul? Why was I always suppressing my own intelligence and creativity to please others? I betrayed myself every time I said yes when I meant no. Why have I violated myself by always needing to seek approval from others just to be myself? Why haven't I followed my own beautiful heart and spoken my own truth? Why don't we realize this when we're in our physical bodies? How come I never knew that we're not supposed to be so tough on ourselves? I still felt myself completely enveloped in a sea of unconditional love and acceptance. I was able to look at myself with fresh eyes, and I saw that I was a beautiful being of the universe. I understood that just the fact that I existed made me worthy of this tender regard rather than judgment. I didn't need to do anything specific. I deserved to be loved simply because I existed, nothing more and nothing less. This was a rather surprising realization for me because I'd always thought I needed to work at being lovable. I believed that I somehow had to be deserving and worthy of being cared for, so it was incredible to realize that this wasn't the case. I'm loved unconditionally for no other reason than simply because I exist. I was transformed in unimaginable clarity as I realized that this expanded, magnificent essence was really me. It was the truth of my being. The understanding was so clear. I was looking into a new paradigm of self, becoming the crystalline light of my own awareness. Nothing interfered with the flow, glory, and amazing beauty of what was taking place. How about that for an experience? Wow. Wow. So I think my favorite idea, or maybe favorite's not a good word, the idea in this book that was most impactful for me, that stuck with me, that I just knew I wanted to drive home for myself and then share with you, is God is not a being, but a state of being. Doesn't that just change everything? This idea takes away the idea of God being apart from us. The idea of some fantastic, all-knowing being that stands alone, right? It gives us a much better picture, I think, a more accurate picture of oneness and our relationship to that oneness, our relationship to God. If God is a state of being, we are capable of imagining ourselves in or as a part of a state of consciousness. It feels different. It feels attainable. I can reach a state of beingness. Do you get that? Does that seem right? That's amazing to me. God is not a being separate and far off from us, but a state of being that we can indeed access within our own consciousness by using the instrument of our mind to think thoughts that lead us to a higher vibrational state, which in turn transcends that thought, and we're left experiencing ourselves as that very state of being. Isn't that so exciting? Am I the only one? I didn't think so. In that altered realm where she was in a coma, she says, I was now that state of being. Boy, that is oneness. She realized that to access this state of being, or this awareness, or she also calls it a state of allowing, all she had to do was be herself. That sounds so easy, doesn't it? Right? I'm going to read a little more here. Let's see. She says, I realized that all those years, all I ever had to do was be myself, without judgment or feeling that I was flawed. At the same time, I understood that at the core, or essence, is made of pure love. We are pure love, every single one of us. How can we not be if we come from the whole and return to it? I knew that realizing this meant never being afraid of who we are. Therefore, being love and being our true self is one and the same thing. As I experienced my biggest revelation, it felt like a bolt of lightning. I understood that merely by being the love I truly am, I would heal both myself and others. I'd never understood this before, yet it seems so obvious. If we're all one, all facets of the same whole, which is unconditional love, then of course who we are is love. I knew that was really the only purpose of life, to be ourself, live our truth, and be the love that we are. Certainly easier said than done, isn't it? So being love means being who we are. Being who we are and loving it. Loving who we are. So she has another book here. I got both of these. This one's called Sensitive is the New Strong, The Power of Empaths in an Increasingly Harsh World. And I just got this mainly just because it was another book of hers, and started reading it. And I'm not really one to label people or label myself, but who in here thinks they're an empath, just a highly sensitive person? I realized after reading this that this goes way back for me into childhood, and it kind of explains a lot for me as far as my sensitivity goes. Anybody ever tell you, you're so sensitive, you're oversensitive? That's me. I finally learned to love it, so. All right, so let's see where I'm going to read 182. Be who you are. Okay, so this is in the chapter of, the very last chapter of the book called Living Fearlessly. Be who you are. I know from my own experience that when you allow yourself to be who you are, you accept even your negative thoughts without fear. They come through you and they pass. These negative thoughts, just like the positive ones, are simply part of who you are. And when we allow ourselves to be who we are, we attract what's truly ours. When we allow ourselves to be who we really are, we attract what's truly ours. And what is ours? The kingdom of heaven. It is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You are an heir to all of that. All you have to do is be who you are. So on Anita's website, she's got a whole bunch of stuff now. She got quite, obviously it's a fabulous story. If you don't know the story goes, she had a conversation with her father, that had passed in this realm. She met her father and he wanted her to go forward. It wasn't her time. Go forward and live your life fearlessly. And when she decided to come back to her body and her life, she was totally cured of the cancer. And this cancer was like, the doctors just couldn't believe it and didn't believe it and did all kinds of testing, and she knew that it would be the case. So she got quite famous and popular following with Wayne Dyer and teaching, and she has a website. And, her biggest thing is teaching that self-love. And she felt like because she didn't really know how to love herself, and she lived so much of her life in fear of being herself, that the body took on the cancer. And so, although she would be first to poo-poo any idea of blaming yourself for anything, okay? She wants you to love yourself for everything. So on her website, she has a post that's called Creating a Consistent State of Self-Love, which is where I got the idea for this message. And she writes, what does self-love look like? You will notice that someone who loves themselves will speak lovingly to themselves internally and externally, feel good about themselves even when things aren't going their way, accept with gratitude the things they have in their life, allow all of their feelings, no matter what they are, embrace reasons to smile and feel joy, employ discernment for things that elevate energy, be trusting and not worried or fearful when it comes to doing something for themselves, love their soul and its unique journey, do things that raise their vibration and bring joy, and say no when they mean no, and not worry about upsetting others. They won't be a doormat to the reaction of others. She says, I know looking at this list can be a little daunting because these list items represent the finished product. Someone who can check off all of these boxes is really mastering their self-love journey, but most people aren't here yet, and that's fine. It's like anything in life. We have to learn. No baby just stands up and starts walking. We don't hear one conversation in a foreign language and start speaking fluently ourselves. She says, I'm showing you the finish line so that you can start to walk the track. Use this list to start being mindful of how you treat yourself. And if you're up for it, start practicing the items from the list. Remember, self-love doesn't happen overnight. There's no easy to swallow pill to reprogram years of conditioning. If there was, we would have it here for sale. We'd be making millions, wouldn't we? Let's see. She says, but this is work worth doing, and you will start to see results if you hold yourself accountable. While you are practicing these things above, here are some habits to catch yourself in and resolve to change. So this is, what does self-love not include? Judgment of yourself in any way. Anger at not having enough, like coming from a place of lack. Being upset at being unhealthy, lonely, or whatever other conditions you are focusing on that is not right according to you. Criticism and judgment of other people or other things. This takes time away from self-love. Blaming someone or something for the position you are in. This is choosing to stay in victimhood. Acknowledge where you are, sure, but then move forward. Also, when you blame X for Y, you are instilling judgment that is not conducive to self-love. And needing to control everything. Let go so you can trust. Of course, no one in here wants to control everything, right? Yeah, you can do that down. So, this is still her, she says. I wish I had a magic spell that could get everyone in the world to a place of radical self-love with the swish of my wand, but it's a personal journey. She says, use these lists to start becoming aware of your thoughts and habits. Come at them from a place of non-judgment, and when you feel ready, recognize what no longer serves you. Release and replace. So in her book, she has, let's see, which one of them is? She has a very short meditation here that I'm going to end with. 194. It's the wrong book. I forgive myself. I even had a bookmark. Okay. So this is a very short meditation, and so I'd like, I'm going to preface it here with what she says. As you begin living your life fearlessly, you might want to try this meditation daily for a while. It opens up the space for expanding into who you are with a deep feeling of self-love and peace. First of all, does anybody in here think you could benefit from more self-love? Okay, then we're on the right track. I know I can. Self-love and peace. The best place to be when putting yourself out in the world. Standing up for what you believe in and saying to the universe, bring it on. Show me what's next. So just sit back and relax. A very short meditation here that we're going to follow up with a reflective song. Just breathe. Let go. Relax. As I move through each day, I allow myself to be who I am without judgment. I allow my thoughts to flow without condemnation. I embrace who I am in each given moment. If I feel fear, I lovingly hold and assure myself without suppressing the thoughts until the fear has dissipated. myself the space to be me.
I will be gentle with myself. Will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me is safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me is safe to go. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child.
There you go. All right, so I did make a handout so that you can say this daily. So they're over on the handout table. You can take one home with you and practice that daily. See where that takes you.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything you know, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moonflow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I love, everything you know, everything I know is you. Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I love, everything you know, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I love, everything I know, everything I know is you. Everything I say, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I love, everything you know, everything I know is you.
Okay, as the ushers come forth, this is the time that we consciously participate in the law of circulation. So if you'll take your gift in your hand and just know that from the abundance of spirit, I let flow this gift. It is evidence of my faith in my union with spirit. It circulates doing good, and I am also abundantly blessed. And our affirmation,
I am open and receptive to all the wealth life offers me.
I love myself so much, and I can love you so much, but you can love me so much, and you can start loving me. I love myself so much, and I can love you so much, and you can love me so much, and you can start loving me. I love myself so much, and I can love you so much, and you can love me so much, and you can start loving me. I love myself so much, and I can love you so much, and you can love me so much, and you can start loving me.
that these blessings circulate, enhancing and blessing our church, our community, and our world. And so it is.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, thank you. So I would like to welcome anyone who is here for the first time. Welcome to CSL, and it's your lucky day because there's potluck downstairs because I can smell it. It smells good, huh? So please stay for potluck. Also, Tamara will be out and about in the lobby if you would like to use your debit or credit card for anything that we take money here for. Tamara can help you do that on the little square. Oh, here it is. Also, remember that we have our CSL cookbook called Soul Food. That is an ongoing fundraiser. Those are available. You can see Tamara for that or see me for this. These are $15 fundraiser for the center. Sally is here. Are you sticking around? Sally will be in the bookstore, which is open. If you'd love to go visit with her and look at what we have for sale in there. Let's see, I want to say again about the prayer chest. So go down the stairs and to the left, the prayer box is down there and prayer request forms. That I think is one of the greatest ways to let go of a challenge that you may be having, taking up a whole lot of room and energy and space in your consciousness. Write it down. The person that you would like prayer for, that can be yourself, it can be someone else if you'd like, and the good that you desire, and put that away into the prayer chest and really know that there is an answer within you to whatever your challenge is as you put that in. And then our dear friend, licensed practitioner Lou Kunzelman, she will take those prayer requests home, and on her spiritual time when she does her own spiritual mind treatments, she also includes you, your own personal spiritual mind treatment from a licensed practitioner who has been trained to know the truth that your answers are indeed within you. They are a part of you. So that is pretty powerful. Thank you, Lou, so much for your service to this center. Those are all kept confidential as well. So that's down in the lobby. All right. So I think right now we're at to claiming our good. There's our good. All right. So we're going to read this all together all the way down. Here we go. The universe always proves me right in my opinion of myself. I am becoming aware of my own magnificence. I am not flawed. I am a beautiful spiritual being, and so it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting blessed right here. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm
go. I love